This is Wednesday, the 4th of November 2020. I'm going to make a new movie now. So, see now. I'm going to clean the kitchen today. So I was doing the bathroom yesterday and I'm going to clean the kitchen today. So a bit of a mess. Well, it's not so bad, I suppose. But, I might do the floor as well today. I did the floor yesterday, cleaned the floor in the bathroom. Fortunately, I didn't have the camera too close. I could have had the camera, the box, I could have filmed it further back to get a little bit more of the floor. Yesterday, I put the box or the thing, but the thing was I put the camera on a little bit too close to the bathroom. I could have put a little bit further back so I can get more of the floor, but it wasn't too bad, I'm afraid. So it wasn't too bad, I suppose. But and next time I do the bathroom, I'll start from more further back on to get more of the floor. But so I'm not used to filming the bathroom, as I'm more used to filming the kitchen and stuff. But I never see I'm more in the kitchen than anything else when I'm cleaning. So I should try and do a bit more of the bathroom so we can get more used to it. But anyway, I'm going to, but I know the light in here is quite strong. It comes out on camera, it comes out very strong on the camera. And unless you get blinded, you can barely see my face, but I need the light, and the light's not exactly very good in here. Actually, it's very bad in here. There's a light up here. I just use this light for the moment. The light over there by the table comes out very strong on camera, so I'll just use this one for the moment. It's not too bad, I suppose. It gives me some light anyway. It's just there's dishes in here, and I might do some mugs as well. Maybe some mugs in here that need to be done in there. I clean the hob and clean around the counters, and I might do the floor as well. Wash the floor and stuff. I did the floor in the hall and then did the bathroom yesterday, and so I'm trying to be more cleanliness conscious, trying to keep the place more clean. I haven't been exactly very house proud in the past, so I'm trying to improve with that, and I get more better on it now, especially now with the COVID-19 pandemic. I read shocking news this morning, which actually blew me, literally blew me. So I was literally very upset about. There was a cruise ship that we were on in 2017 called the Magellan, and it was under the Maritime Cruises company, and apparently they all went bankrupt, and apparently all of the ships they're all going to be scrapped down to the scrap yard. Apparently they lost funds and financial bonds. They weren't able to come up with the money to pay the bonds, financial bonds, to keep the business going, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So they weren't able to keep the business going, and apparently they went bankrupt. So they lost money. So apparently all the cruise ships who were under CMV cruise liners and maritime companies, all of them are going to be scrapped into the scrapyard. So including the Magellan ship that we were on 2017, which we went on for our 10th anniversary at the time. So I'm actually heartbroken. So we're actually lucky that we were on that ship. So it actually shocked me this morning. I saw that on YouTube. I was looking up different searches, and I wanted to just look up things, and that just sort of look up the Magellan and stuff, because there was a ship that we were on. So I had all videos from our holiday, some videos, for a time, and I thought I'd look up some stuff on them again and on YouTube. They happened to find this story, the end of CMV cruises, or SMV, which and I recognised it because of it was the same logo that was on our ship, and so I'm just heartbroken. I actually broke down in floods when I read the story this morning. So sure any of you who were into all that kind of stuff, cruises and stuff like that, sure all of you would be in shock as well. So, such beautiful ships, beautiful interior, and great businesses, a lot of money going down the drain, a lot of staff using their jobs, and all the customers, and a lot of people who love going on those ships, would be very upset as well, and then staff using their jobs, and all the work going into building them as well. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's just something we don't word to describe it. It's not worth thinking about, so it's heartbreaking, It's lucky we were on that ship before it was before this all happened, so yeah, I absolutely love that trip. It's a trip that I'll always remember, so I'll treasure forever, so I'll treasure the holiday forever, so great times. It was beautiful, the interior, the decor, it was just beautiful. It's like a hotel on water. Beautiful. The reception was absolutely gorgeous. There's a beautiful centerpiece and absolutely divine. The restaurants were beautiful. The bars, they had this kind of theatre room that kind of did all these shows on, and the captain's bar and everything else, and they had this games room. Beautiful. The pools, the jacuzzis, and magnificent, absolutely just divine, absolutely incredible. And the cabins themselves were absolutely gorgeous, absolutely divine, absolutely gorgeous, incredible. We were there for we stayed there for 11 nights, 11 night cruise. It was for our 10th anniversary. We were 10 years together at the time. 2017, I think it was the end of June, it was 29th of June, I think, till the end of July, about the 9th of July, something like that. I think it was the 9th of July, 11th of July, I can't remember, something like that. It was 11 nights anyway. We sailed from Belfast. We drove to Belfast, and then So what happened? Did we drive to Belfast to get the ship? Liam?
What? I hear you, come on in, please.
I'm trying to tell the viewers what happened at our holiday. How we got to the ship? Did we actually drive to Belfast?
For the CMV voyage?
Yeah.
We got it in Dublin.
We got from Dublin.
Got a lift from Fionn. You brought us in his car.
From Dublin?
Yeah.
So you got the ship from Dublin?
Yeah, from Dublin, yeah.
Oh, right, and then, see, after
Liverpool.
Oh, I see, that's all right. I think that the other trip. I think of the one in Blackpool. Sorry, folks, I'm getting mixed up with the one in Blackpool. Yeah, Liam's brother, sorry, big pardon. Liam's brother, sorry, we got it from Dublin. I was taking up the trip in Blackpool. Liam's brother Fionn dropped us to the dock in down in the docks there by the Three Arena there, and our first stop was in Liverpool. We went to France, we went to Spain, we went to Portugal, went to Gibraltar. I think we went to 2 parts of Spain. Did we go to 2 parts of Spain?
What?
Did we go to 2 parts of Spain?
Yeah.
We went 2 parts of Spain. We went to Portugal. I think we went
France, well, in Portugal.
Yeah, France and Spain. We went to Lisbon and Portugal. And went to France. France was lashing rain, by the way. France was lashing rain. Yeah, it was lashing rain in France. And went to Liverpool. Liam stopped off at Liverpool, and he saw the sculpture of the Beatles. He took photographs of the Beatles sculpture, and he went into this bar, and he told me all about it. I was getting panicky because time was running out. You see, we had to be back at the boat by 4:30 or something, you know, to set off for our next stop. And I was getting panicky because time was catching on. It was nearly 4:30, and I was getting worried about Liam. And I left my cap, and I saw quickly after I met a member of staff, and I said, I'm worried about my fiance because his time's running out. It's nearly 4:30. He's meant to be back at the boat. And then luckily he spotted him coming up the corridor. So he made it. He just about made it. I was trying to ring him, and he wouldn't answer his phone. He wasn't, and obviously had his phone in silent. So,
sure.
And he went into a cafe, and I asked him, what was the name of that cafe? I don't remember. So he went into a cafe, and he couldn't even remember what the name was. Excuse me! Sorry, folks.
Wow.
Do you remember that time? And you were going into a bar or a cafe, and I asked you the name of the cafe in Liverpool, and you couldn't even remember the name of the cafe.
I remember, yeah.
And he took photographs of the Beatles sculpture.
Beatles sculpture, I remember that, yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah, I
We
remember.
were running late, so I thought you'd never get back in time. I was
No.
getting worried out. Luckily, I saw a member of staff at the corridor. I was looking for my fiance. I was trying to ring you.
Yeah.
You had the phone on silent.
Yeah, I should have, yeah.
You're terrible. How was your scratch there?
To you, Tania.
Don't blame me for everything you do. Yeah, so I was a bit panicky because we were running late. We were meant to leave at 4:30.
Yeah.
Thank God, you just about made it. Do you remember all the customers never made it back on the ship? They didn't make it.
Announcements every day.
There's a few calls or something.
Announcements, yeah. But Mr. So-and-so and Mrs. So-and-so, please make themselves known to the staff.
Yeah.
Go on here. I'm sure.
A few customers didn't make it back to the ship. There's a few calls and people didn't go back to the ship. Excuse me.
Oh.
I'm very sorry, miss, isn't it?
Yeah, very sorry, miss. I agree with that.
Don't think any of the ships like it, is it?
No.
Oh. What will be the next best thing out there?
The rowboat.
What's the next best cruise ship after the Maritime?
I don't know. I have a look in a while, right?
The waterways or the barge. The barges are crap.
Waterways Ireland has what do they call
They wouldn't have cruise the struggle.
No. I'm really sure, right?
Do you know any other cruise lines?
No, I don't.
Sure, there's other ones, isn't there?
Could be other ones, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. Come back into the kitchen now. We just heard something fall on the ground. I don't know what it was. Some cookie or something. It's the tray from the pot. Some customers didn't make it back to the ship on time. There was a lot of calls for people to come back to the ship. So there's not a lot of announcements for people to come back to the ship. Well, so, they had numbers, and every customer, they had the different numbers, or different colours. They had different colours for the, different colours. Everyone had a different colour, in their luggage, a different colour, and a different letter. They'd have different letters and different numbers on their logos, on their luggage, so the staff would be able to identify who's who, which family, the luggage would, so the staff would know who the luggage belonged to. So staff would know who the staff would know who to look out for, what name the luggage belongs to. They'd have their own name, or have their own colour, and they have their own initial on their luggage. So wherever colour was on that customer, or ever number, the staff would know who that customer was that didn't make it on the ship. And so some of them didn't make it back on the ship. Some of them missed out on the rest of the cruise, which was a shame because they didn't make it back in time. At the time that the announcer made the call, you see, they give out these certain calls what time you need to be back at the ship for, you see, and if you're not back at that certain time, you miss out on the rest of the ship. You miss out on the rest of the cruise. You don't get any second or third chances. If you're not back, you're out. That's it. So that's how it works, you know. So, but and one of a few days the ship was delayed about an extra hour, because due to the winds, heavy winds or something like that. So they had to delay it due to the heavy winds, 1 or 2 days. They had to delay it to an extra hour. One of the days it was due to leave about 7 or half 7, and then they delayed it to 8:30 instead because the wind was too heavy, the current was too strong or something like that. So they had to delay it for an extra hour. So we had to hang around at sea for another hour due to the winds. So it would have been too strong to travel. It would be too dangerous to travel. So they delayed it for an extra hour. So I'll be back a second. Hold on. Go. Back in a second, folks. Yeah, so some people, nobody made it back in time. They're out for the rest of the trip. So that's how it works. So it was tough. If no one made it back in time, it was tough. So if they weren't back, they were out. So that's how it works. That's how it works. So it was unfortunate. So thank God, Liam and I were always back in time. Well, it was a shame about the weather in France, because it was lashing rain. We got caught in France in the lashing rain, and there was horse and carriage. I think it was a horse and carriage there in France, and we got lovely photographs with the horse and carriage as well. Beautiful horse, it was a lovely horse and carriage, lovely beautiful horse, and And it was lashing rain. That's the same thing as lashing rain in France.
Yeah.
It's
And very
terrible.
windy.
It's terrible weather.
Very windy as well.
Very windy, yeah, it's terrible weather. We went to the capital of Portugal, didn't we? Lisbon. Lisbon, wasn't it?
Big one, yeah.
Lisbon, yeah. Went to capital of Portugal, Lisbon. And it's absolutely beautiful. I'm used to the Algarve, that's the part of Portugal that I'm used to. Is the Algarve, but I've never been to Lisbon before. And I didn't get to see much of it because you don't get to stay there. You don't get to stay there, you're only there for the day. You're only there for the day, so you don't get to see much of the country. But you're only there for the day, like, so I only had to have a little tour around in a cab. We were in a cab with a lady, and we had a lovely chat with the lady too. She's a lovely woman. She tells us about her family and about her husband and her children and everything else, and she's talking about, giving us a kind of all about, gives the whole history of Portugal and all and the job she does and what she enjoys about her job and stuff like that, and what her husband does. Just having having a lovely chat, just a general chat, nice conversation. She's a very nice lady, very charming, very very nice personality. Lane.
Yeah.
Do you remember that lady you were talking to in Portugal in the cab?
Yeah.